Okay guys, I'm going to show you how I make my chapattis. Just a simple method. Yeah, that's wheat flour. As you can see, I've used 1.5 kg, and then I've added some sugar, maybe 100 grams of sugar, and about 10 grams to 20 grams of salt. Yes, and then you'll add some water, just lukewarm water, not too hot and not too cold, just the in between, some lukewarm water, and then you add it to the baking flour. Then you mix the ingredients, yeah, as you can see, till you feel it's a little bit soft, not too hard. Yeah, you continue mixing. You can use a spatula or your hand. The hand is always better. As you can see, I've used my hands. It's easier using the hands. Yeah, mix thoroughly so that the consistency can be just not too thick. One of the secrets of cooking good chapattis is actually the mixing. That's where the secret lies. And you see, when you mix well, you'll get good results. So after mixing, you can add some little oil. You continue mixing it. Yeah, as you can see, you add some oil so that it cannot be too sticky on your hands. That will help for that. You continue adding just a little oil so that it doesn't stick on your hands, and you make sure the dough is already smooth, not too hard, yeah, so that it can be easier to roll. And then after finishing, you can cover it up for maybe an hour or two. For me, yeah, I covered it for 1 hour, and then I let it rest for 1 hour. To avoid getting burnt, I use this paper which had the wheat flour, that paper which had the bag, yeah. And then here it has already rested for 1 hour, the dough. So you put some flour on your surface, and then you put some dough, and then you flatten it up, as you can see, and add some oil. And then you cut it into some small pieces, as you can see, you'll see here, just that way. And you make sure you cut it into good sizes, or equal sizes for that matter. And then you roll it up. Make sure you roll it up just well. Yeah, you make sure it's going round and round, as you can see. Yes, you continue rolling each one of them. You make sure it's in circular form. Don't destroy the circle, because this is where you'll get the layers from. Yeah, you fold it again in a circular form, and make sure your pieces, the ones which you have just cut, they are already equal, so that it can be easier to make good round pieces, as you can see. Yeah, circular, and then you do it all to all the dough. Yeah, I'm repeating the same process. You put some flour on your surface so that the dough doesn't stick on your surface, and you cut it again into small pieces, and you roll it up in circular form, as you have seen, and you make sure that they are equal, and you can measure with your hands. Yeah, you can also tell the size of chapattis you want. You make good circular ones. Then here I've already heated the pan, so now it's time for rolling. you take each piece which you have already rolled into the circular form, you take it, you add some flour on your surface, and then you make sure you press it first. I usually press it first so that you don't lose the circle shape. Yeah, as you can see, you flatten it first so that it doesn't lose the circle shape. And then you roll it with your rolling pin. Hopefully this video will encourage you to cook chapattis, not saying that you don't have enough space. As you can see, I'm using my small space here. When you flatten it first using your hands, it will be easier to maintain the circle shape, so that you don't do Z chapattis or T chapattis. T-shaped. Yeah, you can see though you press it down first like that, so that it can be easier to maintain a circular shape like that. Yeah, and then I prefer cooking just a little bit, so that as I will apply the oil later, that's when I will let them fully cook. As you can see, I first cook them lightly, and then I will let them cook fully as I oil them. So as you can see, I'm first pressing. You add some baking flour on your surface. You press the circle shape. You press it down so that you maintain the circular shape again, as I've said. Yeah, I prefer slightly cooking them again, as I've said, so that it can be easier for me. And you can see I'm also cooking from the floor, so it will be easier first to cook them lightly and then later oil them as after taking a seat. Yeah, so that I can avoid this process of flattening them. Now it's time for oiling. You can use any kind of cooking fat or oil which you like. Here I'm using cheapo cooking fat, yeah, from Bidco. And then you can see the pepper hack there to avoid getting burnt. You oil them each side as you turn. I usually cook 4 at a time so that it can be easier to turn them around, as you can see. Yeah, you apply on each side, you let it cook. As it cooks, I always rotate it so that it can be easier and so that it can also cook well on each side. When you rotate it, it will also avoid the hardness, or venye inaanza kucrack, it will avoid all that na kukua ngumu. So I've already finished here. As you can see, they are soft chapattis, very sweet. You can see this is my favorite meal also. You can see they are soft and layered. Very good chapattis. Yeah, thank you.